Hey, skyscraper here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we're back on Brainrot Evolution and we are in the Void event. If you saw my Brainrot Evolution video yesterday, you would have seen that I mentioned the fact that I'd be covering the Void event inside of the next video, and here we are. So at some point I do have some clips to show you. I did record them yesterday, but my mic wasn't working. It must have not been on properly, but it's back now obviously, hence why you can hear me. So I'll probably just cut to a voiceover very quickly. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, so there seems to be no audio. This is the voiceover like I mentioned. There's no game sound as it's just me talking over this live as we happen to do it. But anyway, I'm in the shop right now. I do go ahead and purchase the golden staff. I was deciding which one to get first. And I decided it would be the golden staff, but later I did realize that it doesn't actually seem to change your void damage, unfortunately. So maybe that wasn't the play to get that one first. I probably would have got the pet first if I knew that in advance, but unfortunately at the time I didn't, like I mentioned. But we did go ahead and get it regardless. It is very good. I am now currently buying the pass, like I said, as well. So we've just purchased the void pass. We get all the rewards at the bottom, which is quite nice too. So we do pick up some extra pets. We get some crates right there, some potions, some more crates by the look of it. And then we're just scrolling through to see what else there is. And I don't know why, but sometimes I just have some difficulty scrolling, but again, it is all good. And that is that. So we equip the best pets. I think that will probably do it for this part. I open the crates in just a second, I believe, but yeah, I don't really get anything good. I'm just going around farming right now, so I'll just quickly end it right there. I'll skip to the next voiceover, and then you'll just see the second part before we continue the live video again. Alright guys, so we're back again for another quick voiceover. My mic sounds so much different in these, it's actually quite humorous, but anyway, so I'm opening all of my void tickets. I believe I need 6k to get the pet, so we do actually manage to get the 6k we need, and now I can just go straight to the shop. We do go to purchase the void mage, and there we go, I've acquired the void mage. So pretty cool. I'm glad I got it because it is actually really good. And we're just opening this crate right now. We don't actually really get anything special from it, sadly. I do have a few saddles, well, one of the, I believe it's a saddle, but I'm not really sure without actually seeing the name of it. But yeah, I'm just opening my crates. So that's pretty much these voiceovers. We're now back to the live video, so let's get right into it. Alright guys, so we're now back from the voiceover. So as you would have seen, I did go ahead and purchase everything from the void shop. So I did go ahead and buy the void mage and the golden staff. So that's pretty cool, and they are both very good. So we do have one void crate. I did plan to try and get some before this video, but I just thought I'd showcase this video anyway and show you the method I used to farm everything very quickly. I do have the game passes, and I did buy the void event pass as well, as you saw, but I just decided to do that because the pets are quite good and it makes sense to get it if I have the Robux, so why not? And as someone put in my comments the other day, apparently I spent every Robux I've ever had on this server on an event, and then followed by loads of L's and crying emojis. Well, sir, I'm afraid to tell you I've got some bad news, but it's not every Robux I've ever had. And yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. So your laughter was for absolutely nothing. But anyway, he did get benched and he's now on the sidelines. So we are back. Like I said, the strategy is very easy. Regardless of which pet you are, which brainrot you are, sorry, all you have to do, the best way to do it is if you're AFKing, you just want to go over to this rock right here, right opposite the ×2 XP sign, and then you just need to really line up where I am. And if you do it correctly, I'm a bit too close, I think, but if you stand a bit further back, you can actually hit 3 of them at once, and if you're a bit bigger, you can of course hit all 4. So this is the best way to do it. I'm now completely AFK. My hands are in the air if you could see me, and I'm definitely not touching my keyboard or mouse, hence why it's a completely AFK method. This is the best way to AFK medals or wins inside of the game, and it does work very well. You can get these tickets as well, which give you extra things. So if we get these tickets, you get them from destroying items, I believe, at a random rate. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, but that's my understanding of it. And you do get the void ticket, so you can spin for void crates. You can get this void staff ability thing. I forgot what they're called, a relic, which I've not got, by the way. You can get random potions, You can get gems and you can get trophies or wins inside of the event, which are good because it allows you to buy more void crates or buy eggs. So I got 1.5k wins. I don't know if it's based on your total amount or if it's set to a fixed rate, but again, if you do know, let me know in the comments, please, because if it's set to a fixed rate, it makes sense to just open them all of the time. However, if it's based on your current amount of trophies or wins, it's probably best to try and get a ton of wins first and then open all your tickets at the end, because then that way you'll definitely get a lot more tickets from the wheel spins if, of course, you land on tickets, which is quite common as it's a 50% chance. So this is the best way to do it. If you plan on actually playing the game, there is a different theory, I believe. So my best strategy is if you are not at the point to where you can kill the boss, my I'd say if you're below this one, maybe even this one actually. It depends what pets you've got as well, by the way, so keep that in mind. But just try it out. If you can't kill the boss relatively quickly, like I can, even at the brain rot before I could kill it relatively quickly, it's probably best just to cycle around killing the things you can kill, because they all seem to give the same amount of XP. If you're still a low level, it's probably best to just AFK these as they do respawn relatively quickly. But if you're at the point to where you can't kill the boss, but you can kill all of these guys, I'd probably just go around killing all of these. I know it's a bit of effort, but you do get a ton of wins for each of the kills. I'm getting about 160 to 180 per. Of course, that's with the ×2 wins pass, but if you have the without the wins pass, you'll get anywhere from, what would it be, 80 to 90 per kill. So again, it's still quite decent, and it definitely makes sense to do that if you can. So as you can see, I'm getting a ton of wins already. Whatever I'm getting, if you've not got the pass, you'll get half of them. So look how quickly my wins are going up, and this is genuinely no effort. I'm not even clicking, I'm just simply moving around. You could probably macro it if you're able to do that. You just record every movement you make, and then you can play it back endlessly on a loop. So I've not done that, but again, it's something I'm sure you could easily do because everything's in a fixed place, and there's nothing really to prevent you from it. There's nothing that can really mess it up, if that makes sense. So either the enemy's there or it isn't. All right, so that's the strategy. If you can kill the boss, it makes sense to kill the boss at this point and then start the cycle once again. You don't have to kill every enemy. If some are a bit tougher than others, you can skip them. For example, the acorns have 3k health and the other ones have a maximum of 1.5k. So at one point I was doing 1.8k per hit. The acorns were a 2-shot, everything else was a 1-shot, and the boss was a 6-shot. So I'd just go around, I'd 2-shot the acorns, I'd 1-shot the big guys, and then I would 6-shot the boss. The boss is now a 3-shot, and everything else is a 1-shot. So it's just trying to maximize your damage. You can get some really good pets from the Void Pass. Even on the free pass, you can still get some really good ones. As you can see here, I got the Hyperion pet with 8 extra void damage, which is really good. And then you can get another one at 7 days, and then you can get this too at 10 days. I don't know why I didn't really see what day it was, though it says it there and there, but anyway, that's all good. But yes, it's definitely worthwhile getting the pass if you can. Again, if you can't, it's no problem. The free pass is still really good for this event, but this event is by far the best way to get ahead inside of the game. And everything you do have inside of this world does carry over into the other world too. So as you can see, my void is 10. My void mage is plus 10 to void damage, but plus 3000 to regular damage. And yes, it works in the real world outside of the void event. So what we can do is I will quickly just teleport to the main world just to show you a few other things. So if you are spam opening eggs, don't forget you can evolve your pets. I have done this a few times, but I think it's now at the point to where I do need a ton of pets in order to evolve them to make them stronger. But again, there is this machine right here. You just need 3 of the same. There's no other requirements. You don't need any currency or anything. It's just simply like this. So let me quickly see if I can go ahead and do that. I most definitely can. So we do have 3 201s, the Saturns. So we'll just go ahead and evolve these just to show you guys. So it's currently at 201. We're trading 3 in for an evolved one. And the evolved one is this one right here. So you can see it got a ton of extra damage, and it's most definitely worthwhile doing that. So that's the play with that. It does work on every pet, I believe. And again, there's no downside to doing it. If you've got spare pets, again, go for it. If you spam opening eggs endlessly, again, it makes sense to do it because the pets eventually become obsolete as you keep getting higher rare pets anyway from the eggs. As soon as you start getting a 2% a few times, you would just be able to simply keep evolving the lower tier ones to, of course, bring them up and then keep repeating that process until you have a really good pet team. But the void event is by far the best way to progress. And this guy here is extremely overpowered. Yeah, he does a ton of damage. Am I even doing any damage? Or is this guy just one-shotting everything? Lee at level 28. He's only a level higher than me. Crazy. But anyway, that is going to do it, I think. The Void Event Pass is really, really good. Like I said, I've got everything I need. There was that pre-recorded segment too where I purchased everything from the shop. So again, it's just... that's the best way to progress, and by far it most definitely is. It makes sense to rebirth as soon as you can too, because you get the extra XP multipliers, which always help. We do have 4 tickets right here, so I'll just go ahead and spin the wheel right now, and then we'll probably just do the void ones as well, and then we'll probably just wrap it up. And yeah, really good. 100 mil, not really that change. That doesn't really change anything. I feel that with the void event, everything else is now worthless because all the void event stuff is just so good. It completely outshines anything from the main game. But again, I'm not really too sure how long this will be for. I think there's more to come from the void events as well. The character I am is the max level. If you saw in the void event, I do have now every XP I get is now added into an XP bank. So maybe that continues until the next update, until they do add something, because although it says level 8, I am at level 8 and there's nothing to do. It says coming soon. So as you can see, it's not out as of yet. But again, that's why it's important to have XP banked if you are at the point I'm at, because then you can unlock the new content straight away. And it should be good. But anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. If you are new to the channel, do go ahead and subscribe. Check out my other videos on Brainrot Evolutions. I've also covered other games such as Grow a Garden and Untitled Drill Game, so do go ahead and check those videos out as well. But thanks again, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.